Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody go hand him a Grammy right now. Hey, man.
Squabble up. Squabble up.
We got a random drop out of nowhere from Mr. Lamar. Looks like it's doing quite well. I looked at it this morning. A lot of them songs had 1 and 2 million views on it.
The bots
are running wild or the people going wild. I don't know.
The bots. Hey, a lot of them streams are I'm not saying for Kendrick, but some people do have a streams program.
Yeah, man.
But hey, look, but still, it's still a hot topic. I've seen it across social media, and social media is hot about it. So they've been on this new Kendrick Lamar album, GNX, if I'm not mistaken, right?
GNX. You gave it a run?
I gave it a little bit. But like I showed you this morning, I ran into Blast. Blast dropped his deluxe version of his album. So I was still on the West Coast, get my West Coast vibe.
You just went to Blast instead for it.
I just went to Blast instead. I had to cut Kendrick short.
Hey, man, I listened to it. And when you say West Coast, he went West Coast on this album. I feel like this album was more West Coast influence than before. Like, I think it's very intentional with the West Coast feel that he went on this album.
Yeah.
I liked it. Now, I say this as someone who is a casual Kendrick fan. Like, the people who are his hardcore fans, I don't know how they're going to feel about it because they're going to compare it to all his other albums and be like,
other ones, yeah.
Oh, well, this wasn't a masterpiece like this, or maybe they will think. I don't know. But as somebody who never is going to say, what's the vibe for the day? I'm going to put Good Kid, Mad City on from start to finish, or I'm going to put Damn on from start. I'm not that type of Kendrick dude. I listened to the album when they first dropped, start to finish, and then from there, if I like a couple of them, those will be the songs I choose. I'll never go back and re-listen from top to bottom. So I'm not the type of fan to look at him like the genius that everybody else does. But the album was good to me. It was the type of fan I am for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same. But you know what's crazy? That what you just said, as far as like listening to an album from top to bottom. I come from that culture and that cloth of listening to the albums from top to bottom, pressing play, and even not skipping the skips, just to hear the album all the way through to get the full vibe of the album. Yeah, I don't even do that no more. I can't even do it no more. So I don't even blame the youth of those who don't do it anymore. Like even with this album when it came out, whatever video was first on YouTube, I clicked that. Whatever was that next, I let that one run. I ran like 4 of them, but I just went with whatever. I went random. Eventually, I'll probably go back to try to listen to it from top to bottom. But like our first listen, and I understand the value of listening to an album from beginning to end in order, because order does matter.
Yeah, you're Gen Z washed. They say whitewashed and stuff. You're Gen Z washed,
Gen Z
man.
washed.
You got a little.
But I usually
on you, man.
If it's somebody that I was a big fan of, that I love, like a huge fan, I'm gonna sit with the album, go top to bottom. But like you said, a casual Kendrick fan, I'm just gonna go with whatever song. But then at the same time, if you don't go back and revisit the album,
do that for though.
He is.
Because there's certain artists you can do that for. And, yeah, I can do that with maybe even Blast. You can let it go random because the song's just gonna be a vibe and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of artists go that deep in their thought process, but any artist that's a thinker, a Drake, a J. Cole, a Kendrick, you gotta go.
You gotta let the album build. Yeah, let it tell a story.
It's a reason they put those in the format they put it. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't sit down with Ross and just be like random. Like you would be like, all right, let's see what we got.
No. God forgives, I don't. You had to play that thing in order.
Yeah, because he's strategic. It's supposed to build and climax at a certain point. So you gotta. I always go, if I'm on YouTube, I go to release. You know what I'm saying? I go to releases and I
usually
top and let it be in order so I can actually take it in the right way. But
I don't know. I mean, maybe like I said, maybe it just comes down to me not being a big Kendrick guy anyway. So like if the song is hot or if I come back to a song, I'll come back to it eventually and I'll catch it, or I'll sit down when I have time and I feel like, okay, I'm gonna dedicate some time to listen to this album all the way through. I'll do that. But like our first listen for like artists like Kendrick, I'm gonna go random initially, and then I'll go back.
When did you get there? Because like you said, I know you know
recent.
Okay.
Recent. I would say probably over like maybe the last 2 years or so. only because one, all these random album releases, just like Kendrick just did, and then so many releases, like so many artists release music at this ridiculous pace to where the albums don't feel as special anymore. So, and a lot of times I felt like it was a waste. They kind of got away from understanding album structure and the fact that I need to put an album together in a way that makes sense, that tells a story or plays like a movie, to where you kind of lost the need to listen to an album from top to bottom, because artists weren't putting that kind of emphasis into their albums anyway. They were just trying to get the hot TikTok song. So I think the industry kind of forced me into going that way. Then also the way that media is, it modernized me just based on the artists themselves, and then the way that the music is delivered. You go on YouTube, you open up your YouTube, and then all of a sudden, boom, here's an album by J. Cole, and or it just shows a song off a new release, and you just go ahead, I'm gonna play it. I'm not gonna go back and look for the album. It just make me do more work, even though it's easy work, instead of having to go all the way down to the record store. It's like, all right, I got it right here. I'm gonna just press play. This was showing. I'm just gonna hit the play button. So the way media is being delivered versus the way the artists have been approaching albums anyway over the last 2 years, it's kind of just pushed me away from it. So it wasn't intentional.
Hey, look, let me ask you one last thing before we move on from Kendrick, man. A good friend of mine pointed out that Kendrick's voice is sounding different, like kind of, he got a more of a, like he got a mouthful of something when he's rapping sound to him. Did you pick up on it? He sounds a little different lately?
I didn't even think about that, but he kind of does. Yeah.
I heard it resembles like people who might have had like some type of mouth or jaw cancer or something like that, man. So maybe he had some type of health issues or something was a concern, but I don't know. I didn't think nothing of it, but as I went back and listened to the album, I was like, he does kind of sound different.
Yeah. Or I mean, knowing Kendrick, it could just be, this is a new style I'm trying to put out.
That's what I originally thought.
A new tone.
He sounded like that during the battle at certain points. And I was like, okay, Kendrick just being weird with his voice like he always do. But when I went back and kind of listened to the album with that thought process, I was like, he does. And then I started thinking about how when he came back out on camera, he looked kind of weird too. I was like, he looked like he kind of
looked a little different,
looked a little different. I'm like, man, something looked weird about him. I know he cut his hair and stuff, but he just had he looked strange. Kendrick is giving off clone vibes. Nobody said this, but he's giving off clone vibes that he reintroduced.
I was going to say, I'm glad you said it. Yeah. And all of a sudden now he's getting the Super Bowl, and
he kind of acting a little different, looking a little different. Something just a little off about him now, since he came back out. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he stepped
into that other echelon that he went through the red door.
He went through the red door. Hey man. Hey man. I don't know, man. I don't know. But man, anyway, man, enough of that, man. Let's get into some cigar talk, man. Let's get into some cigar talk. We both got our stuff going already. I'm feeling good, but of course I feel good. You know what I'm saying? How are you feeling about what you got going on over there?
Oh man, I'm loving it so far, man. My first light was pretty special. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. My first few puffs hit me exactly right where I love to be hit with my first few puffs. I'm smoking a Don Pepin, Garcia family, man. Garcia. This is a Vegas Cubanos. Vegas Cubanos. I don't know what's so special about the Vegas Cubanos, but it's nice, man. It's my father's cigar. One of my favorite brands, if not my favorite brand. I'm like, it might be neck and neck with Plasencia and my father's. I don't know, man. I don't know, but it's smoking like it.
Smoking like favorite and the best is two different things. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that.
Good point.
Never my favorite at any point.
Say what?
But I said Jordan was never my favorite at any point, but
you recognize he was the best.
I recognize he was the best. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference.
I can't put Plasencia and say how I looked at Jordan and look at Plasencia that way, because I was
hate for Jordan at a point.
Jordan. I had to have hate for Jordan. So Plasencia, I love Plasencia.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, since you just ain't
different.
got the invested time with you that my father
Yeah,
does,
true,
you know,
true, true,
there's a
true,
lot
true.
of history with my father's that Placencia
But
would
guess
have to
what?
catch up to.
It's getting a Placencia is starting to accompany a lot of my big life moments. So it's gonna catch up. It's gonna
Oh yeah,
catch up
it's a
pretty
matter of
quick.
time. It's a matter of time, bro.
It's putting up numbers, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of triple doubles right now.
Yeah, bro. So for me, I'm rocking with Oliva, Serie V, and I got the Melanio Gran Reserva Limitada 2024.
Yeah, yeah,
2024.
yeah.
So uh as I was trying to get some information on this particular stick, and before I totally jump into mine, you got your cigar, I mean your tobacco information?
Origins and all that stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine, I failed to mention it, but yes, mine is just Nicaraguan all the way through and through. Wrapper, binder, filler, everything's Nicaraguan.
Okay. And mine is also actually Nicaraguan all the way through. As I look through it. Yeah, all Nicaraguan with the Gordo shape.
Yeah, with the
Yeah, so Gordo. So
let me
I
ask
wanted
you,
to share this information.
Okay. What you
So
got?
this right here. Give me 1 second just to
man. This
share a
is
little
V
bit of
series.
It's the V series, man. So from what I seen, you see this little piano here on this right here, this Oliva piano in the background. They partnered with who is this artist? Let's see. With this one, French musician Paul Montag is who they partnered with for this particular stick. And he's a pianist, and this actually comes accompanied with music if you buy this box. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty dope, the fact that it comes.
So it looked like it has some sheet music on it.
Yeah. The picture has sheet music on it. And sheet music right there to cover the cigars up. And then you got your piano background. And then it also drops with, if I'm not mistaken, maybe some type of album or something, that you can receive. So I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah. Now, also, I want to point out something here. As it says, production is limited to 10,000 boxes of 10 cigars in the U.S., 5,000 boxes of 10 cigars international market for a total of 150,000 cigars. So makes me feel like, maybe I'm doing something a little exclusive here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're a rare company right now. You know what I mean?
I'm in rare company. It's just me and a few other people that's going to get to experience this. So it's very important I give you guys a good review of this cigar, so.
Nice. I mean, like, I haven't seen that one in the humidors, not in any of my shops. You know what I'm saying? I see the V series, I see the Melanio, but I haven't seen that one, especially that box right there. It's a beautiful box, by the way. And since you're a rare company, I'm gonna need you to I need you to translate that sheet music for me by the end of the weekend.
Yeah, by the end of it, man, I got to get the sheet music, man. I'll say this, man. So far, it's smooth and it's got a little cedar and it's got almost a little bit of a licorice note, but I don't mind it. Okay. Normally, I hate that, and I don't mind it in this particular one with just a little bit of spice. That's it so far. But we're gonna see where it goes on this ride, man, because it starts off feeling luxurious. You know what I mean? Like you come into it and the mood is set, the table is set, and it looks pretty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm digging.
Yeah. So right now you are in you're in France. You're somewhere off the French Riviera.
Mm-hmm.
Some nice jazz piano music's playing in the background.
Yeah, and Garcon is swimming. Garcon is rowing me right now. You know what I'm saying? In his striped sweater.
In a striped joint with the little beret or whatever.
With the beret with the Wells Waldo on, man. Garcon, slow down. I want to see this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, like look, I tell you one thing. It is nice when a cigar takes you places. And I'm gonna have to mention this real quick, man. Like, it has to be said. There's still some people out here who don't understand what cigar smoking does for individuals like us and those who love cigars. I was in this resiliency class all week, right? And it's about how to cope, how to deal with stressors, and how to look at the bright side of things and take your challenges and make them make them beneficial at some point, right? And they asked me what are some of the things that that I do to cope with stressors, right? I said cigar
Right.
smoking. I smoke my cigars. And the class looked at me, and some people laughed, and the instructor like, "Do we need to get you some help?" I'm like, "No." And there's always that questionnaire. Yeah, I don't know what they thinking.
Different
It's like, no, yes, it's a total different experience. And I felt weird that I had to explain this to people. Like, no, man, like it's a moment. It's a moment. And when I smoke my cigars, sometimes my cigars take me places. You know what I mean? And it's like
Right.
it's that escape for that minute, that moment, whether it's 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, or whatever it is, it gets me there. It's just you sit back, and if I want to be in France and Garcon's rowing the boat, and I'm pulling up the V Series 2024 Melanio, guess what? I'm there. If I want to go to Biscayne Bay and I'm off the balcony in Miami, and I got a My Father's joint, I'm there. Takes you places, man.
That's the interesting thing, man. Is like only a fellow brother or sister of the leaf will actually relate or understand that. You know what I'm saying? What a good cigar do. I'm not talking about just like some of the average,
any old, run of the mill,
B or below. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna take you nowhere. But once you start getting closer to that 4, going towards the 5 mark, you know what I'm saying? Your cigars start taking you places, man. Like, and how you were able to ask me if I was somewhere and we able to just riff off of it, you know what I'm saying? That's because the cigar brings that out of you, where you can describe it as a place, as a background, as a scenery. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can describe it as the notes you're smoking, but you can also describe the feel that you get from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it called when people hear music and they see color? It's anesthesia.
I wish I knew what it was.
That?
Something like that, because I use it myself. I wish I knew the exact term. I think that's it, but I use that. That's that same concept. Definitely resonates with me.
So if you're able to do that if there are people that experience music that way and it engulfs them in a whole nother experience than what the rest of us have. And cigars can do that for people who are part of the culture, who really get into it and really start embracing some of the notes and the feeling that they get. And you actually just use it as a meditative source versus, like a cigarette smoker who's stressed out.
Like, no, this ain't no chain smoking.
Go back to work. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's not that. I'm not trying to rush.
Yeah. I set my moment. I set my mood. I lay everything out. Maybe put on some music, or maybe I want it quiet. Clip it, light it. I'm gone. I see you when I get back.
I'm gone for an hour. I'm going for an hour. Some people be going for 2-3 hours. I ain't got 2-3 hours.
Yeah, I got.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't be MIA that long. As much as I would love to, I can't be MIA that long. I can't do it. Can't do it. Yeah, man. Hey, so check this out, man. One of the best actors, greatest actors of all time. It's been doing rounds.
Just cause, are you? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, just because we got the same name?
Yeah, I mean, you ain't just cause, is it? You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's gonna be some bias in this.
No. I mean, like, I think the majority of people would recognize that Denzel Washington is one of the greatest actors of all time.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people would. Not everybody, but he's you know what I'm saying? He show out when he get a role. You know what I'm saying?
It's argued that Denzel's Denzel a lot of the time.
What?
It's just Denzel is really good at being Denzel. It's certain characters to get that. You know what I'm saying? You hear people talk about what's his name? Sam Jackson is Sam Jackson.
Just Sam Jackson. Yeah, he's just doing him. Yeah. So I guess like when he was
the Rock is always the Rock. Like
he just can't. He's like whatever. Like he implants himself into whatever role it is. Like the speech is still the same. The cadence is still the same.
Yeah.
Some of the mannerisms for whatever character you playing, it's gonna be this. You're gonna get it consistently, no matter what.
Yes,
Yeah.
but he's able to express whatever emotion that character needs to express. He's got it mastered. But it's him. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't never gonna be like, damn, he turned into somebody else. Like,
right. Right.
But I don't know. I love Denzel. He's one of the greatest of all time. I'm kidding. You know what I'm saying? But that is something people say about him. I'm sorry. I threw you off track for where you were going though. Go ahead.
No. You good. But he might be Denzel a little bit too much in some of these roles that he's been playing. So when you play the pilot on what's that flight movie he was in? Was it Flight?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name. I think it's Flight, something like that.
It was flight number or something, I think. The one where he had to save that crashing plane.
Yeah, he was drinking. Alcoholic.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Based off true story.
But he was the.
Yeah, when he had the dude saved it from the Hudson River.
Yeah. And then what's the other movie? King Kong ain't got nothing on. Like what's the
Training Day. Yeah. When he was
Training Day.
When he was I forgot his name. Go ahead. Yeah.
But now he's doing his press runs, man, and he's letting it all out, man. He's letting it all out. I don't know if it's because you get to a certain age, and he's like, "Hey, look, I just heard what I want to say. I can get away with what I want to say. It don't matter.
I'm old. I don't care."
I think that might play a part in it, or maybe, hey, look, let me get ahead of my skeletons before my skeletons, you know what I'm saying, come falling out of my closet.
Ooh, boy. Yeah, now's the time, man. Because, geez, man, everybody's skeletons are just knocking at the door like, hey, bro, I want to come out now.
Let me out. Yeah, let me out. So maybe he's getting ahead of it and being smart about it. Like, hey, look, I'm going to let y'all know, look, I ain't perfect. I know y'all looked at me as Denzel Washington for all these years and great actor, accolades and all this stuff and fan favorites and all these great things. But, look, I ain't been perfect. You know what I'm saying? He talked about a scene that was in the last movie that was, I wouldn't call it a great scene, but I guess it was necessary for the story that they were trying to tell, right? Kiss another guy. But then there's always been this thing that Denzel he can't be in movies kissing white women and stuff like that. I've heard that whole thing. But you can kiss a man on screen for this movie. And, you know, the whole little no Diddy situation and all that craziness is going out. And then now he's doing some more press runs, letting it all out. Hey, look, I was an alcoholic, drunk. I used to shoot up. I never got strung out, but I used to shoot up and all this stuff. Like, and people are like, whoa, man, look, we don't need you to tell that story. We good. I'm just reading the comments like, hey, Denzel, like, nah, man, nah, you ain't. Like, so they like, it seems like they're giving him a pass, but he's like, nah, I gotta let this off my chest. You feel like it's the aspect of just getting skeletons out the closet before somebody else pulls them out of your closet, or just the fact of, hey, look, I'm old, I'm about to be 70. So what? I'm just gonna spill it. I'm just gonna tell. I'm just gonna talk.
It could be both, man. It could be both. Mm-hmm. It could be a situation where it's like, hey, it's going down. Everybody getting called out. Before I get called out, I'll call me out myself. It could be some of that before my old drug dealers come out and be like, yeah, I used to pass him the heroin and he would shoot it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it also
Denzel was one of my biggest clients.
Yeah, you man, Denzel was a lick. I used to come through get paid off Denzel. You know, like it could be that. But it also could be, like you said, he's getting older and it's just like, hey man, all of this it's hard out here, and I don't want y'all thinking that the story was just smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like the story was all
when everything wasn't sweet.
Everything wasn't sweet. You know what I'm saying? It could be that because I mean, you know, there's drug issues going on. It's always a drug epidemic, but you know, people say it's a little bit more one now. You know what I'm saying? So it could just be that. Like, hey, look, man, my story was filled with that too. I had issues along the way, you know, and we all got to overcome it. Like. This is the realest thing, man. If you think about it, man, we all try to look at these celebrities like they more than what they are, but everybody going through some real life stuff, man. You know, like when we talked about the Tyson fight last week and we were talking about the possibility of Tyson having nerves. It sounds crazy to think because you think he just this beast 24/7.
Ferocious.
Yeah, but everybody going through something. You know what I'm saying? We all got real life human stuff that we going through, but the greats find a way to overcome it and still perform and be great. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I believe
like some can get consumed by it, and you watch their careers just falter and fall off, and you see them turn into the shell of who they are because they let it consume them. So it could be a story that can honestly be powerful. And at the end of it, you're like, wow. So you was going through this all these years, for all these decades, nobody knew about it. You were still able to show up and perform, and then you eventually overcame it. Hopefully he overcame it. But you eventually overcome it. And something to be said about that. Something to be said about that. And
Definitely.
I can acknowledge it and appreciate it, because I don't look at anybody to be perfect. Like, if anything comes out about anybody, I'm never shocked about it. I'm never wowed. I'm never in awe. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
People go through it. You know what I'm saying? People have things that they deal with. Now, what I'm concerned with is on the other side of, who do you allow it to affect, and how long and how far do you allow it to affect you?
Right.
That's where I'm on the side of it. Like, hey, look, you might hit that rut, but can you overcome it? Are you letting it affect yourself, your family? Are you hurting anybody? And then at the end of it, can you overcome it?
Right. Yeah. So I think, man, we all want to hear we all want the story to be as beautiful as we want it to be. We want to believe there's people who ain't going through real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it gives us a false sense of hope. For some people it does, and for other people it can make your life very negative and put you in a dark place because you think you're supposed to be what they are. But It's great for us all to know that doesnesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't measure yourself up to no other man, no other woman. You can't.
Yeah,
you can't.
Because you don't know. The grass ain't greener. It's good to know the grass ain't greener. That's a reaffirmation to people who still believe that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he came out and said it. As much as you want to look at him like a hero and not view him like that, you want to look at him as someone to look up to. But at the same time, this doesn't take away from you being able to look up to him, because you can say,
sure,
he went through that, he got through that, he overcame it. Hopefully he overcame it, and look what he is today. You know what I'm saying? He overcame addiction, which is something a lot of people never overcome, whether it's addiction to sugar, caffeine, drugs, alcohol, whatever, sex, all that.
True. And you see it destroys so many different people. And like I said, or like you said, to not be consumed by it and not to allow it to destroy you, there's something to be said. That's honestly what the true idea of what a hero is, like, or being heroic or heroism. Like taking the band off. There we go, undresser. But that's the true idea of a hero. To look at somebody go through those things and be able to come out on the other side of it. But now let me ask you this though: are there any celebrities or political figures that have looked squeaky clean that you'd be shocked if something came out? Like, people always look at LeBron James. Oh, LeBron, 20-something year career, never in any scandals, blah, blah, blah. Now, what if all the stuff comes out about LeBron? Or to look at Barack Obama, one of the only presidents to do a full term without any scandals, no court, no kids or anything in the media, wife that didn't do the Monica Lewinsky's and, you know what I'm saying, the Marilyn Monroe type of deals. Like, would anything shock you if something like that came out and it was like a Barack Obama on the grand stage?
It shocks me when they don't have dirt. You know what I'm saying? That's more shocking to me. And look, this is another thing. I'm gonna dip back to the Denzel thing. That's Hollywood. Nobody should be surprised he was on drugs. Look at the world he lives in. So you know what I'm saying? The fact that he had an addiction and it was drugs and alcohol falls right in line with what we're learning that world is. You know what I'm saying? And he's from that old world where it was really nasty. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and people like Obama, if Obama came out squeaky clean, man, it just make him look like more of a superhero, man, like more of a freak of nature. That he was able to be this rock star and he didn't slip at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like, and mess up somewhere along the line. If he literally was squeaky clean, that's like deity behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do that? Like LeBron, if it came out that he was knocking some little chick off on the side, I'm like, all right, that's about right. I wouldn't.
It's about right. That measures up.
He's been King James since he was 16. If he managed the willpower that he would have had to been squeaky clean that whole journey, I don't think people born with it. I don't think nobody born with it.
Nobody's born with that. Nobody born with that kind of strength.
I don't think so. Even Jesus on the cross said, "Why have you forsaken me?" Like, you know what I'm saying? And it don't get no stronger than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, if he had to have a moment where he's like, "Hey, man, you forsaken me," like, Bron done got him a little snatch on the side. I have a hard time not believing it. Like, but you know what I'm saying?
But how far do you take it? How much do you let it consume you? And are you hurting anybody in the process? And two, shout out for anybody who's been part of these people's lives and had the wherewithal to say, look, we got to protect who they are and protect their images, protect their psyche and their ability to hopefully overcome it. So if he has, and it's been an issue, like say if Savannah caught him up, how strong? I guess you can say how strong of a woman to understand the bigger picture. That hey, look, let me ride with this man and his legacy. Yeah. Or Michelle, like I get it, Barry. You got a little thing on the side, but guess what?
Guess what?
The legacy.
I'm sure that's probably the case, man. Look how squeaky clean Kevin Hart looked once upon a time. You know what I'm saying? He looked too small and just adorable to do anything wrong, but he was out here getting it in, like, and getting caught on camera, getting it in. Getting to it. So, like, shoot, man. People that you heard was somebody was George Lopez got caught back in the day. You say what?
Mm-hmm. I said I heard with somebody he was close to that outed him on that too. That wasn't it with Kevin Hart?
Yeah. How else was he gonna get outed? You know what I'm saying? Other than somebody close to him that he trusted, because he was probably as sneaky as they come to have this good image like he had. You know, so
yeah,
it happens, man. But I'm not shocked, man. I'm not shocked. Any of this stuff that come out with all these future cases that Puffy got going on and everything else, and if the what's the boy named Epstein list comes out when Trump gets in office, like they implied, don't be shocked at nobody. I'm not shocked at nobody.
Hey, look, it's going down. It's going down. Like you said, like if a list comes out and you see these things, like, oh, okay, that checks out. Okay, makes sense. Okay, yeah,
checks out.
Yeah, that adds up.
Nothing shocks me, bro, when it comes to humans and their behavior, man. If the coolest, when white people come out and you find out they said something racist, it's like, all right, that's about right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not shocked at nothing. Like, you know, like you can't surprise me with nothing. Like, it is what it is, man. It's about right. Yeah.
Hey. I mean, but like,
if you hear something about me, be like, that's about right. When you hear about it, you know what I'm saying? Because being real, straight up.
To be expected. To be expected. I mean, like, man. How egregious matters though. How egregious that does matter. I can't be shocked about like, dang, okay, I ain't see him doing all of that. Maybe a little bit of this, but not all of that.
Yeah, I mean, some of this kid stuff you hear with Puffy is like, come on, I didn't think he was that weird. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
then you just be like, you add that to your box of possibilities moving forward. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, well, I guess that's what the culture is.
Pedophilia's on the table now. People do that. Okay, all right, well, that's going on in Hollywood now. I got to consider that for the rest of you fools in Hollywood and the ones around them.
Yeah, and that goes the same for preachers. Whatever people try to say about Kirk Franklin and T.D. Jakes and all these people like that. Hey, I won't put it past no man.
Yeah. I mean, like I mean, now that we know what we know has been happening, like the Catholic Church, are you shocked when you hear it now? You know what I'm saying? Now now the door is open for this as a possibility. So when you hear it again, it's like, all right, well, it's on the table now. Yeah, no surprise. It happens. So I don't know, man.
But do you feel like the right course of action is to go ahead and tell on yourself now, or just I'm a chance if I get caught, I get caught. But I ain't gonna tell on myself.
It depends on what I did. Depends on what I did. Okay. There are things I'm going to chance, and then there are things I might tell, you know. So, like, you might, okay, we talked about the possibility that some of these celebrities having affairs. If Bron went and got some side back in 2006 and he ain't done it since then, he better chance that. Don't own that. You know what I'm saying? Chance it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, chance it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't did enough dirt. Chance it. You know what I'm saying? And just that chick ain't gonna put you out there one day. You know what I'm saying? But if you just got something that hasn't affected other people too egregiously, like you said, like an alcohol habit or something like that, you can put that out there. You know what I'm saying? That's
like some of the stuff that Denzel Washington was saying, like, okay, all right, this is something that you said that was happening in the past. You were in the thick for a couple of years, a couple of decades, I think he said. All right, whatever. All right, cool. Don't take the image too much, but all right, if you feel like you got to get that off your chest, that's fine.
Yeah.
Now, if you was part of a pedophilia ring, like, come on,
yeah, chance it, bro. Just chance it.
Yeah, chance it.
I want to hear
it. Don't mess with nobody. Fly right. Talk to Jesus about it.
Yeah, man. You see Bill Cosby and all his little pills and stuff, man. He was like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna chance it." You know what I'm saying? And then he went down for it. Chance that.
Yeah. Even though he wasn't supposed to get in trouble for it.
You talking about statute of limitations?
Yeah, statute of limitations, and then also what he was saying was supposed to be sealed documentation, but it still came back to bite him.
Well, that's Keefy D also. Maybe Bill just didn't understand. Did Bill have a proffer or something? What was it?
A what?
Did Bill have like some type of proffer agreement, like Keefy D? That's what happened with it.
That's what I think it was. That's what I think it was. Like he had some kind of lawsuits or whatever, and then he was able to give some statements that was supposed to go on sealed documentation that wasn't supposed to go against him, but he was able to still make these comments, and he went ahead and did it, and it came back to they unsealed the documents and got him for it.
Yeah, this other thing, this is what Bill messed up too, the hypocrisy of Bill, you know, and you just don't want to, if you know that you got skeletons in the closet that's really ugly skeletons, you should probably keep your mouth shut about what people are doing in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You don't get to be a vocal guy, like,
or doing what Kevin Hart did. I think Kevin Hart did a really, really good job of this. Like when his skeletons started coming out, he kind of humanized himself a whole lot more. You know what I'm saying? He showed a lot of his not so squeaky clean side or whatever, and just say, hey, look, I'm human. So let me stop being who I think they want me to be, but let me just be this. And then hopefully you'll meet me somewhere halfway. Chris Brown, he's done the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm not squeaky clean no more. I'm going to take on this bad boy image, and y'all got to meet me halfway. So now, one, y'all have some sympathy for me along the way. Two, you have some kind of idea who I am. And three, I can just move forward. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then, like, if something else comes out that's as egregious or close to it, y'all like, it's just Chris Brown. Chris Brown just being
Chris. Yeah, man. I agree with that.
But
hey, man,
you got what skeletons are. Don't let it out.
Yeah, man. Fight a few of them. Fight a few of them until they come out and get you, and then deny them, like Diddy. And then if you get caught, be like, "Hey, man, I was messed up, man, back in them days, man. You know, God, I was wrong." Like,
I try to get help.
Try to get help with the head leaning. Try to get help. Yeah, do that.
When you ask me about my thoughts.
Yeah, man. Let's get them halfway thoughts, man.
Hey, man. Hey, look, this thing is smoking a lot faster than I wanted to. I wanted to slow down. Maybe I'm puffing it too hard, but look at my burn. I'm disgusting with it.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. You just I'm glad you said it.
But
you owned it before I got to clown it.
Yeah. Own it. Own my skeletons right here. But look. Yeah, it looks bad, but the smoke has been great. It's been a great smoke, man. It's been pure my father's. It's been pure Garcia family fashion. I feel like I'm part of the family at this point, and it's just feel welcome. I'm a part of the family, man. I just Denzel Garcia at this point.
Dang, man, you might as well be, man. Denzel,
but yeah,
I like that.
The aroma is pleasant. Like we talk about a cigar taking places, a lot of times that aroma plays a huge part of it. And my aroma is nice. It's a sweet nutmeg cinnamon type of deal that's going on. Almost smells like I'm cooking peach cobbler in my house right now. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of feeling I'm getting. It's like that. It's like that. And then the nice tobacco notes that I'm getting, a lot of good wood. Oaky type of deal is right in there. It's perfect. It's nice and smooth at this point.
Cool. So for me, um, I'm still enjoying my ride. Everything's still good, man. But instead of getting into the actual notes, I'm gonna get into something else with my time. So I'm making a lot of progress on my stick too, as you can see. But I started getting to the point where I needed to take another one of these bands off. I popped this band off right and reveal a little red band. And that right there, which is showing up, is a QR code. I'm like, QR code. It unveiled a QR code underneath this one when I popped it out. I read what it says. It says, scan this QR code and enjoy the beautiful composition created by Paul Montag for this Grand Toro.
I like that.
That's how you get the album. Scan the QR code.
Like
get the album right there.
That is slick. I mean, hey, hats off to these cigar companies and manufacturers who are getting really, really unique with their approach to, you know, getting these cigars and having these accompaniments with it, like just making it special, making it a moment, you know, and things that could enhance your experience. I'm pretty sure some beautiful music that goes along with it.
Man, and how dare I not be smoking and playing this together? I'm supposed to do this together. This show has ruined my experience with this cigar. I was supposed to smoke this together and play this. So whatever I got left, once we get off air, I will be.
You gonna play the album
together.
Play the album with it.
Most definitely, man. That's dope.
Man, that gives me an idea. Man.
We got and then we dropped the Nag Chomper with the Vernon cigar. You know what I'm saying? It's
exactly what I'm saying. The next Nag Chomper album is gonna be paired with a cigar. Placencia, my father's. Holla at me. Come on now. Let's do it. I got some music for one of my smokes. Man, you know what? As a matter of fact, I should smoke a cigar, go make some music, go back, smoke a cigar, make some more music, and say, yeah, this is the Alma Fuerte album.
To this. There you go. The Alma Fuerte album. That'd be fire, bro. Like, and I think I didn't read the entire thing, especially on the show, but I did read some of it off, and I think that's part of what it was. This guy played compositions while smoking the cigar, and this is kind of what he came up with. If I'm not mistaken, nice. Yeah, this is the influence music that goes with that, which is. That's fire, bro. That's fire. I love that. That's two things that is near and dear to me. They brought it together, man. That's beautiful, man.
Music and cigars, man. Come on,
that excites me what they did, man. I'm about to give this thing a 5 just to be biased, just for the what they did.
just off the presentation. Hey, like you said, presentation matters, man. Like what you do, your rollouts matter. Rollouts matter. People who make albums, rollouts matter. Kendrick Lamar. Rollouts matter. Stop dropping these super like just random releases, man. Rollouts matter.
Yeah, man. Without a doubt.
Bring back the rollout.
Speaking of rollout, man, the government has decided to roll out some information that is they just people. I don't know how people feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? But they rolled out to us through several not press conferences, but just like they're actually having meetings about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're just allowing the press to be there during their meetings about aliens are in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? I'll just come out and say it because I don't know how to set it up other than that. They say aliens are in the ocean, apparently. I haven't followed this closely, so I don't know exactly how much information they've given, but from my understanding, they've seen just weird stuff coming out the water in random places. You know what I'm saying? Like they've seen weird stuff come out that they can't explain. The unidentified objects just shoot out the ocean from random places. And because we have no type of understanding of the ocean yet, you know what I'm saying? We have a
very, very small idea of what's in the ocean, how far deep we can even go. Like so many different beings and animals and things that exist in certain parts of the ocean that we can't even get to.
Yeah, because the pressure's too much for us and our technology. You know what I mean? So like, yeah. So I don't know how much of this is just we don't know what we're witnessing and how much of this is alien, but that's what they telling us, man. You know, do you think there's any possibility that this is legitimate, or are they just seeing some other country with better technology than us?
I mean, I think there's some validity to it. How much? I'm not exactly sure. I doubt that there's other countries out there with that much greater technology than us, just floating around through different parts of the ocean, and we don't know about it, or we haven't been able to I guess research it as deep as we can to say, well, this is not China with this super new technology that they can use for warfare or whatever. Like, I doubt
heard
that's the
Chinese didn't even have what are the things when they can't pick you up on radar? What's the word for it? When you can go undetected on radar, what's the actual term for it? What is it? So China didn't even know how to do that until we crashed the plane attacking bin Laden, and we tried to blow it up. We didn't blow up the entire part of the helicopter. They came in and got the back end that fell on the other side of the building that didn't get blown up, and reverse engineered our technology. And that's when they first got that technology.
Yeah.
So they probably aren't as advanced as we like to give them credit for being.
Yeah.
We ushered them in
population. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't necessarily think it's that. I think there's it might be some things that's living down there that we can't it's unfathomable. Like, we can't really understand it. I think it's something to be said about it, and especially for them to go on these hearings. So, like, why be whistleblowers on a congressional stage or whatever to go ahead and put this information out if it wasn't some sense of validity to it, of it being truly extraterrestrial in a sense. And by extraterrestrial, I'm not necessarily saying it's like these super intelligent beings that are flying these UFOs around and live on different planets, but just unexplained beings that we just can't. Yeah, phenomenons or whatever, anomalies, or however you want to put it.
Yeah.
So, but it's to what degree? It's to what degree? Because why would we be so public about it? Why would we put it on the certain stages that we're putting it on if it wasn't able, you know what I'm saying, like some substantial information that they're gathering? Because I'm pretty sure that they're going to try to figure out as much as they can figure out before they put it out to the mass public.
I've heard scientists dismiss it and kind of be like, more than likely it's just some type of something that occurs in nature that these people are seeing and they can't explain. So they feel like it's kind of like the mind playing tricks on you potentially. You think you see something and it's a flash, and it's just, that's what science is kind of dismissing it as. But I would like to think that some of these people in these high ranking positions know what they're looking at on these radars. You know what I'm saying? Where nature just wouldn't shock them if they saw something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like, especially if you're that much studied into nature, you're that much studied into what's going on in these ocean systems, something that shocking to where you have to put it out to the world, it has to be something to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that shocking? Because you've probably seen a lot, like even in the sciences that I've studied in undergraduate, and going through, like, say, invertebrate zoology, and learning about all these little animals and beings that would never have ever learned about if I didn't go through an invertebrate zoology course, and like understanding like what these little beings are. And for them to be developed so much, and for them to not understand what it is, that says something to me. It says something to me.
Okay. Are you open to the fact they messing with us? And there's some other plot where they running game on us? Because that's what most people feel like. The conspiracy theorists is like, we believe in aliens, but why are you saying it now? Because you say it, we don't believe it no more. And y'all are setting us up for the okie. So do you feel like this is the okie doke?
It could be, but why? My thing is why? Why would there, like, what is the benefit of pulling an okie doke on us for this particular thing? There's so many things that they can try to trick us on, but why trick us on this? Why?
I don't know. That's what I don't get.
I don't see a benefit. I don't see a benefit in it.
Yeah, I don't either. If anything, I think it's just to the point now where they're having to disclose so much information because technology is forcing them to. The fact that we have technology, we can document stuff, we're seeing stuff, we're talking about it. It's just like, how long can we hide before it's too obvious? You know what I'm saying? So we have to acknowledge.
It's kind of like releasing those skeletons. We talk about putting skeletons out. Like, how much are you going to disclose? You're only going to disclose, but so much. But you have to let something out. You have to tell us something now. Like, just acting like, nah, that don't exist, or coming up with excuses for that's not going to fly anymore. Like you said, with the way technology is advancing, we're not going to take certain answers anymore.
Right.
We are expecting to hear something. So they're giving us inklings of some things, but not laying the whole thing out and saying, they know what it is. They can explain what it is. And this is these are the benefits or the hangups or things that they experience.
Area 51. We actually got something working for us. They won't say that, but
But they got to say something because they can't go into how deep or how much they actually do know. So they have to say something because, like you said, technology is too advanced and we have too many more capabilities now than we had 50, 60, 70, 100 years ago that nobody's even going to question it. You can tell people whatever and they won't even question it because there's not enough technology to aid in the random person researching something.
Right. So that's interesting, man. So I'm going to go, you asked me about being surprised about something. Let me ask you about being surprised on something based on what you just said. So you said they won't let us know exactly how much they know or understand about it, which I believe to be the case also. I think whatever they're giving us is a sprinkle just to let you know we acknowledging y'all know and we know too. But they won't exactly come out and say how much they know because can't do that either. You can't play your hand. You know what I'm saying? So
it's too many implications. Too many implications. So, you did that.
With that being said, with that in itself, that implies that they do know more. You know what I'm saying? But they won't give us more. Would you be shocked if they've already had some type of interactions with some other beings and that's why they're acknowledging it? Our government.
I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Okay.
And honestly, I expect it. Which is why we have a United States Space Force and things of that nature. Like when I first saw the Space Force come out and we have this whole new military branch, at first I thought it was a rumor. And then now I'm seeing people walk around with U.S. Space
military branch for space.
Yeah.
Dang,
there's a full-on military branch now. It's not just Navy, Army, Marine Corps, Air Force, Coast Guard type of deal. It's now Space Force. Space Force is a legitimate branch of the Army.
School serious, bro.
they wear uniform just like I wear a uniform, and it's saying U.S. Army. It says U.S. Space Force on it. They got their rank systems. They got everything.
That's the answer.
So how are we funding this whole Space Force if there wasn't a reason for it? I'm just saying. Just saying, man.
That's a good point, man. That's a good point. You wouldn't waste your time if you didn't.
So you didn't know about this?
Have some
you know about the Space Force?
preparation. Now you just leaked it, man. Maybe we'll cut this out the show. I don't want you to get in trouble.
No, look, you can go and sign up for the military and join. Anybody can join the United States Space Force.
Let me Google this, man.
You gotta go look it up. We gotta Google that real quick. Yes.
I have to edit this
out. You weren't supposed to tell them that, Sergeant Richardson.
Right.
I'm gonna have a meeting.
Okay.
He called to the Pentagon next week.
Oh no, it's in here and it's founded 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Well, got a whole website for it.
Yeah, because I was seeing these people like, especially when I was in Virginia, right? And I would see them get ready for work, and I'm like, where do they work at? Like, who are these people? Like, are you in the Army? No, I'm not in the Army. Are you in the Air Force? Because the Air Force has the same uniform as we have now, just different color name tapes and stuff like that. Ranks structure looks a little different. I'm like, well, not the Air Force, not in the Army. And come to find out they in the Space Force? Like, hold on, wait. What is this? But yeah, Space Force. It's legit.
Nah, I ain't know, bro. That's kind of all right. Yeah, that's kind of scary. Because now you think whatever it is, you got to combat it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think we can beat it.
Yeah.
If they got to us, we can't beat it. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, bro.
Independence Day.
If they came to us, we can't beat it. Like, this is not Independence Day where you get to be Will Smith and punch him in the temple and knock him out. Why would you? They bodies ain't gonna be set up like ours, whatever they got. They ain't got the same nerves we got and all this other stuff. Where I can just go knock them out and win. Like I don't think we can win this fight, bro.
You can't. You can. Yeah, it ain't Mike Tyson punch out. Ain't gonna happen that way, buddy.
Yeah, they ain't got the little belly. I hit him in the belly, his pants dropping, and that's how I knock him out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't got no. Yeah. All right.
Fresh
well,
point.
whatever, man. Yeah. Whatever, man. You know, let's get into the reviews, man. And hopefully we all here in another 5 years.
Hey, suit up and be ready. Just be ready.
Hey, bro, I'm going to just say this, man. And this is my message to the aliens, man. If you come take over this planet, it's very, very unfair to enslave Black people again. We done been through this. We had a nice long run at it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it again. You know what I'm saying? My ancestors been through some stuff. I'm going to die first before I do. Like Black Panther, he said, bury me in the ocean with my ancestors. I'm going out like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look. Hey, look, don't enslave Black people no more. It's been done. It's been done.
It's been done. It caused a lot of issues to my people. And if you are merciful at all, alien, you know what I'm saying? Show some mercy to Black folks. Yeah, man. If you are benevolent whatsoever.
All right, man. Hey, look. Let me talk about Don Pepin. I'm gonna go first because I want to sit and revel at your Oliva that you got over there.
Yeah.
So Don Pepin, man, you've done me right. Very well done cigar. Smoked like a dream from top to bottom. Other than having to touch it up in the very beginning, and my burn got a little bit better as I went along. You know what I'm saying? User error, of course. Like I said, smoke like a dream. Didn't have to relight or anything like that. So structure, just how they've done consistently throughout all my experiences with anything from the Garcia family. I got to give my hat off to that for nice construction. Now, all my tasting notes, it's smoke very smooth. Looking at the meter, it's right there, smack dab in the middle, like as far as like that the profile strength. So to be expected. As far as peppers, didn't get much pepper off the top. So if you're looking for anything that's peppery, it's not going to give you much of that, but it's going to give you just a nice, good woody oak type of tobacco flavoring. Also adding a little bit of hint of that sweet with some cinnamon and nutmeg. That aroma in the atmosphere is beautiful. One of the best to ever do it, in my opinion. Let me see. Anything else I picked up from it? That cedar. Yeah, it says cedar. Definitely got some cedar in the aroma as well. But on top of that, yeah, those are the main things I got. Like a nice even kill cigar. Not going to throw a lot of backflips at you or do a lot of acrobatics. But just a nice chill fall day to enjoy a stick and get some nice aromas. This is a top-notch stick. I'm gonna put it in the 4s. I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a solid 4.0 actually. 4.0 for this Garcia Vegas Cubanos.
Okay. For me, I had the 2024 Oliva V Serie. Yeah, I think I said that in reverse. But anyway, V Serie 2024 from Oliva is what I had. This is where I'm at. This is where my burn is on this particular stick. I would say they did have a very good construction on it. I did one touch-up throughout it. The burn went through the entire time, but I was a little crooked at one point, and I kind of touched that up, and that's where we ended at from that touch-up. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of get that little V. I started growing a V in it. I knocked the V out the V series. I was good. But as far as my actual notes that I had in this particular stick, as I said in the beginning, it kind of kicked off with a little bit of that cedar in it. It kicked off with what I picked up, felt more like a licorice note. I said they did a very good job with it. That did not stick around, but I didn't mind it. They did good with it in the beginning. This stick also had a good aroma coming off of it, had a good draw. I never at any point felt like I was having any issues with the draw. Probably medium to full body stick is what I would say overall. As I continued to smoke, picked up on some spice in it, picked up on a little bit of dark chocolate within that, some of that some coffee notes within the stick. And I would say primarily those were the different tasting notes that I picked up on it. Overall, very pleasurable stick, very enjoyable stick. I would say if I rate it as a cigar itself, from 1 to 5, I go 4.2. When I involve presentation, thought, and everything involved,
Ooh,
I would even go 4.4 on it. You know what I'm saying? Overall, as a cigar, when you consider the entire package of it. So take that wherever you want, but 1 to 5, 4.2 for the actual cigar smoke, 4.4 is an overall package and presentation.
I'm going with the 4.4. I'm going with the 4.4. I'm taking the 4.4 because presentation matters. It's a tone setter. It's a tone setter. It's that ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like, look. So before we get out of here, so I can close this up a little bit for you. I'm sorry if I'm stepping on your toes.
No, you got it.
Because I like the 4.4, and I want you to feel good about your 4.4. Now, if I'm going to France, going to French Riviera, and I know I'm going to get paddle boated by Garcia, and I took a flight, and this flight took me several hours to get there, and I flew first class, and they served me some nice wine, and my ride was smooth, wasn't rocky, no turbulence the whole way, and I arrived to my destination feeling great. Set the tone. That means something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How I arrived to my destination, it means something. Now, if you got there and you lost your baggage, you had to fly in the back of the plane, and people walking past you going to the bathroom, and
right,
they didn't serve good food. You had a bunch of turbulence. Your landing was rocky.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
No matter how good your seat was, if all that other stuff is wrong, you know what I'm saying. Like, so
you're coming out of a deficit just to feel good, but when you arrive there already on a high.
Yeah,
just makes your ride that much better. Makes your destination that much better. So
I'm with you.
4.4. Take
4.4 it is, man. Sound like it's deserving of it, and Oliva always is, man. This is a Oliva can drop you a 4 in they sleep. You know what I'm saying? So cool.
Yeah, 4 in they sleep. Nice. I like it.
Yeah, man.
High class.
They good. They good for at least. They might not go closer to a 5, but they gonna get in that 4 range. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna do that easily. So yeah,
nice.
4.4. Hey, that's this week's episode, man.
This is our last one before Thanksgiving. So wish everybody happy Thanksgiving for sure.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
You know what I'm saying? We're closing the year out. We got some big things before the year's over, and we're gonna start the year off right too.
I think so. We got a plan. Hopefully we're able to execute the way we intend. But most definitely. Y'all enjoy your happy Thanksgiving, man, with your family. Enjoy some time. Be thankful for some stuff, man. Show some gratitude, man. And be grateful the aliens ain't came yet, man. And if you love Kendrick, be grateful for the Kendrick album, man. Whatever, man. You got a lot to be thankful.
They down in the ocean bumping to that Kendrick right now.
Oh, they bumping. They getting war ready, though, man. They ready to squabble up to that Kendrick.
Squabble up.
Yeah, man. But, man, we out of here, man. Go bump the Blast album, too, while you at it, man. We out, man. We get with y'all next week.